So boom, for the people that's new here, before watching this, I have an absolute banger video that covers the first half of Blue Lock. So you might want to watch that to be in the loop of things. I'm just saying. But for the people that aren't new, y'all already know what we finna get into. So I'm gonna cut this intro short and hop right into it. With that being said,
okay, let's go.
We have entered in the second selection, and for everyone that made it, it's time to see the skill that you bring to the table individually. So they start off with a little course where you had to score like 100 goals in under 90 minutes. And as you progressively get more goals, it becomes harder to make them. But our man Isagi clears that with flying colors and proceeds on to the next stage. He gets to the next area and sees that he has to form a team of 3 now. And that team of 3 can play another team of 3 of choice. And whoever wins between those 2 teams can steal a player from the losing team. And what a coincidence, because Bachira comes walking in, and I don't even have to say anything because you already know they're going to form an alliance. Like, these two been eye-fucking each other for the first half of the series. Like, they're more linked in than my hand on my meat. But they still gotta find a third, and they're banking on picking up either Ichigo or Shigiri. Yet either of the two aren't there yet because they haven't passed the recent course. But these two did not have to do no waiting. This man Nagi came over and was like, fuck all that shit, I'm playing with y'all. And Rio over here about to have his third meltdown of this series, talking about some, brother, what do you mean? You're supposed to be teaming with me. Bro, get off my dick. You ain't think I would peep? You only been using my talents so that you can propel in life. I appreciate you introducing me to soccer, but now it's time to take my talent to South Beach, bum ass nigga. And now we have the Blue Lock Miami Big 3. Low key, this shot was kind of cold. And if you don't think so, you sleep on a bed with no fitted sheets. So the gang pulls up to the next room and they are introduced to the top 3 Blue Lock players. Like, come look at this. First, we got Aoshi. This is the upper moon 4 before he became a demon. Second, we got Ryu. This is the abomination of Hisoka and Illumi blowing each other's back out for 6 rounds straight off of Luchu. And last, we got Rin, a second coming Sasuke with the, what do you mean? My kids are mixed, nut ass haircut. And y'all know what I mean. But besides that, hypothetically speaking, they don't have to play the Monstars from Space Jam. They can wait for another team to just slide on in and play them. Up, look at him go. He's walking to them. Here we have Himsagi challenging the real dogs of Blue Lock. But why is this man sitting here talking about I want to fight him? Bruh, who is this nigga? Bro get a couple of dubs and he feeling froggy. Now he trying to leave. Like, what the f? But I like this energy because low key, to be the best, you kind of got to move that way. But anyways, they were playing no games and they got straight to the field with it. Kickoff begins. And Team Isagi was definitely in their duffel, bruh. Like, the chemistry between them is flawless, which sets Isagi up to get a clean ass goal and puts him up 1-0 quickly. And Ren gets the ball and oh my lord. That was cute what y'all just did. But have you heard of a light-skinned nigga named Steph Curry? Huh? And after that goal, you just knew that Bachira, Isagi, and Nagi just opened up the gates for a fresh can of ass whooping. Because Zesty Longlegs managed to kick the ball behind Isagi to score. Like, what in the fucking witchcraft did I just witness? Nevertheless, Team Ren is up 2-1 now. And Bachira starts off with the ball and is going downfield with it. Along with Bro over here tweaking out. They told me if I do good at Blue Lock, I can get a perk, 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 I can get a perk. I need it! Takamitsu really just started playing like a legit crack bro. Fried Bachira on a 1-on-1. Pulled up on Isagi and showed him why he should be eating his overnight oats. And scored for the lead to be 3-1 now. You aren't you when you're hungry. Snickers, get some goals. Now, Bachira was able to bounce back and feed Nagi the ball. And you know, no matter the situation, Nagi always gonna finesse something because he got that dog in him and cleans up an easy goal. FYI, I'm sending 2 of y'all trash ass niggas to the gulag because I'm putting these last 2 goals on y'all heads. And the nigga wasn't lying because he had to pass the ball from the corner to someone. And instead of doing that, he displayed his nin transmutation and had the ball move in all types of ways to score. You know you just did some wild shit when they take the time to show everyone's reaction. And to end the game, Isagi thinks he has the 1-up on Ren and low-key makes some space to get a goal. And Ren asked him, did you find a good spot? Like, damn, bitch, why you reading my mans like a book? But ironically, tells Isagi he needs to read a book on how the human eye works. And legit calls him a piece of trash, too. And all Isagi could say was, huh? What? Bitch, you heard what that man just said. So you might as well go ahead and cut that what shit out. But all seriousness, It was raps at this point. Ren was living in his head rent-free. He even started second-guessing his own damn self mid-game, just for Ren to intercept the ball and cut the lights off for this game. And they end up picking Bachira, as well sending Nagi and Isagi to the gulag. And even though these two got sent to the Shadow Realm, we get a tough-ass duo between them. As they're waiting, Baro comes through like his shit don't stink. And as if you didn't just get banished too off the field. And this is why I fuck with Nagi so tough. Because he tells Baro, you should play us. And Isagi and I are finna beat that ass too. While Baro's about to have a fucking face aneurysm, he says, do you want the king to personally crush you too? Like, why are you still on this king shit when you're in the gutters? Whatever, besides the point. Dead ass? Nagi says, I'll beat you and make you my servant, bitch. Yes, sir. Let them cashews hang. But after this was the only part that I despised the blue lock. This fucking bot right in front of us. Naruhaya. So obviously him and Baro are teammates. And Baro lets Nagi and Isagi know that he's not running or hiding, so you can run the fade whenever you want. Then proceeds to walk off. And this freak starts hitting this rambunctious ass prance behind another man. And this was my problem. After he done pulled that nut shit off in front of everyone, he slid on Isagi and told him, we both ass. And this is a survival for the fittest. So when we win, we're picking up Nagi, not you. It's just crazy that he really looks at Isagi as an equal to him. Prior to this episode, Naruhaya was, I kid you not, a background character. Check this out. Everyone in this series is damn near a copy and paste of another character from another series. Name me one person he looks like. Fuck that, you can't. And if you can, you're lying to yourself. And let's be real with ourselves. The only reason why he's in the position that he's in is because Isagi was one of the people that carried him. So the four finally get this match rolling. And to be honest, it was really just Baro and Nagi just going shot for shot, goal for goal. But at this moment, I knew Naruhaya was gonna hire his ass back home because Baro actually gave him the rock. But quickly after that, he said to give it back to him. And he legit said, no, like Rosa Parks. And at this moment, I'm like, okay, let this little nigga cook. He got his whole orange Kaioken going on, so he finna do something. This pussy got his shit sent by the bot. He was wide the fuck open with the aura around him. And it gets me thinking, how did he pass 2 stages ago when you had to get 100 shots in 90 minutes? Someone please make it make sense. Luckily, Baro was there and he was able to clean up his shitty ass mess and get a goal for them. But Nagi responded with a goal himself too. And we're looking at a 4-4 situation. Next point wins. And you know shit finna get turned when Isagi got the serious thinking face on and he winds up in like some inner dimension with the puzzle pieces flying around. And this is when I knew Isagi was finna wrap it up. Just like me last night off of 5th of Bombay, because Nagi tries to get his attention real quick and Isagi goes on to say, I'm gonna need you to shut up, genius. I'm about to get to the good part. And Nagi just replied with, okay. So the final minutes of the game has begun and Naruhaya believes if he can create Isagi's direct shot, he can put an end to this game at last. But the only thing he put an end to was his journey at Blue Lock, because what the fuck was that? And Isagi was like, hold my drink. I'm about to truly show you how to emulate someone else's move, and takes flight on these dudes. As well, Baro bull rushing him. But Isagi put his dumb ass on a chopping block, really had bro in a hit time skip, and told these boys G to end the game. Not Naruhaya saying why isn't it me? Like we don't have miles of evidence of why it wasn't him. So they end up choosing Blue Lock from Akame ga Kill. And if you were wondering why the animation was more on the shitty side for the second half of this season, is because they dumped it all into this lame ass nigga right here crying. How the background character get the biggest bag? Meanwhile, it's a whole damn family reunion in the showers right now. Everyone's chilling, vibing, catching up with one or another. So Kite asks a question to Isagi like, you know, who y'all playing next? And Isagi followed up with the, I don't know. I just got here. And out of nowhere, obviously we're playing you. And it's Rayo's emotionally damaged ass. And in the slightest way, Nagi doesn't even realize the trauma that he put this man through. Because he's on his buddy shit like, hey yo, what's up, bro? Long time no see. Fuck out of here, dickhead. You is not gang anymore. You are op now. I want all smoke. And this shit just took a whole 180. Because legit, everyone was on go. The tension in the air was so thick that you could cut it with a knife. So they took that shit to the field. And let me tell you this, Rayo, Kite, and Ichigo was giving these dudes all gas, no brakes. Like they came out like they was Atlanta in Super Bowl 51. But a lot of that played out because of this fucking imbecile right here. Baro legit was never taught the word pass. He might be the biggest jack I have ever seen in my life. Bro might be worse than Westbrook.
What?
Confirmed. As well, Ichigo had the clampers on this nigga. He was really making Baro look like child's play. Even calling the goal before he even made the goal. At this point, Nagi and Isagi are sick of the shit. And Nagi just being Nagi, he just always does the most outlandish things in a match. Because how do you even pull off some pretzel style shit in the middle of the air and still able to catch the ball with your foot? Not only that, he put Kite on ice and scored on him. No cap, Kite, you my mans, but you got put in a pretty bad blender, my guy. You might want to go and put them shackles back on your ACL because he finna tear your shit again. Shortly after that, Ichigo headbutts the ball to get another goal for them. Now it puts them up 3-1. And before I continue, what y'all are about to witness, viewer discretion is advised. Because Isagi's over here just trying to figure out what is going on. And just some way, that kill switch just flipped, saying that he has to devour Baro. That was a big ass pause moment, but we're gonna let it slide. But he starts using Baro's stupidness as bait and really started knocking shit down. Look at this, look at this. This is the face that a nigga makes when you talked all that shit. Now it's about to come back and bite you in the ass. Hey, yo, Baro, I'm gonna need you to keep playing like a dickhead for us. Huh? Oh, you don't understand? Stay out of my lane, you bitch ass donkey. Oh my God. There is no shot that this is the same nigga that was telling Nagi not to provoke him. Now he is doing the provoking. Look at him. He is the captain now. It was really bad, man. Baro just wouldn't let up. And at this point was just playing into Isagi's hand. For him to just clean up, pass the ball to Nagi, for him to score and tie up the game. Hey, yo, on some real shit, I haven't seen a duo this locked in since Alex Armstrong and Zig Curtis. But Kite out here had to put a hush to all that shit because he really out there hard carrying to put them up 4-3. Now Baro's coming up with the ball and he's trying to make a... Cough that shit up. Not this nigga really passing the ball to Isagi and allowing him to score. That was a nice pass, donkey. Learn to move in the presence of a real nigga. Bruh, let me know if you can spot the difference between this and this. Isagi had Baro so mentally fucked that he channeled his inner That's So Raven and was at the crib drinking a brewski while watching Isagi play at the World Cup. Do you know how scrambled eggs your mind has to be to envision something of this caliber while being in the middle of a fucking soccer match? Couldn't be me. Bro is so gone, even his demons are out here trying to save him. But I guess they did the job because Baro just turned into a demon and started zooming around the field like a crackhead. He kicked the ball so goddamn hard, he tried to send that shit back to Christ and finally ended the game. Someone please get the tranquilizer. This nigga has completely lost his mind. Now it's time to pick someone up for the big league. But I wouldn't want to be picked up by someone who's gonna sit here and say, I want someone who's gonna devour us. Isagi, chill the fuck out with that freak shit, bro. So they end up choosing Shigiri to be their fourth and head on to the next stage. And before they move on, Nagi tried to make men's with his mans. But Rayo was really gaslighting Nagi on why he didn't pick him up and that he thought they had something special. And this is what I like about Blue Lock, because in this show, niggas don't care of the relation that you have between them. You can be a brother, a dad, a friend, a best friend, a rock, a dog, and they will find a way to send you off the deep end with a verbal abuse to the point where you gotta go home and come back with the strap and let shit fly. And why I say this? Because look what Nagi says to Rayo. Trying to gaslight me? That's not gonna work on me because I'm not a bitch. And if you can read the room, you're on your knees and I'm standing. So what does that tell you, Rayo? Exactly. So why would I want to pick you up? This experience is about becoming an egoist, not a female dog. Rayo, rest in piss. And this is what we've been waiting for. The ultimate match of the night. Real quick, we gotta get a listen in before the match starts because I know they're talking their shit down there. Can we get a mic'd up real quick?
Hey, you be using that head and shoulders because I do too, but without the shoulders.
Chill with that flamboyant shit. That's enough with the mic'd up. Let's just get on with the match. So it begins and Bachira is showing why they call him Crazy Legs in the hood. But Baro and Isagi have him on lock, which kind of forces him to pass out. Somehow Isagi TPs and intercepts the ball and they all just take the fuck off. This nigga is already charging up. Nagi peeps and was like, nope, it is too early to deal with this tryhard, and karate kicks the ball out. And we have Kite blazing down like Forrest Gump, then splitting these boys like a backwood to easily get a goal. Now, this is the trend with Blue Lock. If a team comes out that strong, 9 times out of 10, the opposing team is going to Sharingan that whole moveset that they just did. And don't get me wrong, Bachira and them did that, but Ren took it to a whole nother level. Look, sent Nagi to apologize to Ryo, had Shigiri one step closer to tearing that ACL again. Isagi looked like he was finna do something, but got used as the 110 hurdle, and effortlessly puts up the first point for his team. Ren was really out here trying to make a statement to these niggas because Kite was coming down with the ball and saw Isagi open in a blind spot, so he passed it to him. But Ren bit on it and said, give me all that, which it ultimately ended up in Ryu's hands and him getting a header and putting up another point for them. Nagi realizes that it was time for that dog to come out, so he hits the Jets and Isagi kicks the ball to him. And right here, shit got real spooky, boy. Nagi hit Ren with the illest pump fake, told that little boy stop jumping, and used TM30 to score. Yo, Isagi started gassing heavy. Are you God or something? I ain't gonna lie, Ren, he fried your dumb ass. Bro, you got highlights. Shut the fuck up. This shit is so funny because Ren started off with, y'all not even worth my time, to, all right, let me sit up real quick. And next play, he started manipulating the field and shit, which had everyone thinking like, you know, he about to go to work because he just got fried. But that left Bachira open to score another goal for them. As you're watching this game play out, you realize that Baro has been real quiet this game. And it's funny because they really do a shot on him just for this moment. And it's written all over his face like, I'm really out here playing the game that y'all been wanting me to play. And y'all not gonna feed me? That's crazy. I guess I gotta take matters into my own hands and stole the ball from Isagi mid-game. But this time it was justifiable. And he nuked the fuck out of the ball into the goal for it to be 3-3 now. And Baro started talking heavy to Ren, talking about, why can't you control me, nigga? Listen, Baro, I'm sorry to break it to you, but the reason why he can't control you is because you're actually a real life NPC. Bruh. He couldn't put a read on you. All right, but let me get back to the match. The freight train is off on a fast break, and Baro and Kite know that they have to stop him with force. So they both tackle him from behind and end up getting a yellow card, which leads them into getting a free kick. And at this point, you guys should already know that Ren is just going to go for the goal, which he does, and he ends up scoring to make matters 4-3. Now Ren and them only needs one more goal to win, which also means that Isagi and them had to tee the fuck up now. So Isagi runs a diagonal route to the goal to retrieve the ball and get Ren off his back. But Ren read it and was already on his ass like back pockets. And he's legit telling himself, ain't no way this nigga caught up to me. He about to really send my shot packing. I'm really not him soggy, bro. Fuck you thought I was, Dylan Brooks, boy? I'm gonna need you to hold this real quick. And hits this nasty ass back heel shot to fucking score. I feel sorry for the women that gotta fuck with Isagi, bruh. How you manipulate yourself to transcend into a fucking dog? Yeah, whoever has to date this man, y'all screwed. So Bachira is starting to have a meltdown because of the two people he wanted to play soccer with, Ren and Isagi, are on their MJ Braun type shit, while he's like a Paul Pierce. And to add more gas to the fire, Nagi pulls up on Bachira to tell him that his shitty ass is not getting picked up when they win, because in your current state, you looking like that Hayah nigga. And I can attest that Isagi probably agrees with me. And Bachira wasn't trying to hear none of that shit, so he just snapped and started doing everyone dirty on the field. He was surrounded by 3 dudes, managed to hit his ult, fry all of them and break free. But this is when I drew the line. This was too much main character energy. Nagi went to go stop Bachira, but instead he said, Beyblade, let it rip. And this nigga Bachira turned into a real life Beyblade and was just whizzing through the air. Like, never mind. It's anime. It's anime. It's anime. But he goes for the game-winning shot, and Isagi's there to humble him real quick, as well letting him know that this is his show. Just for the most flukiest thing to happen. I'm not gonna cap. I don't even know if flukiest is a word, but it sounds good. So yeah, you just gonna have to settle for that. But the ball lands at Ren's feet. Now, it could have went any other way, but it just so happened to go to him. And he gets a free of no charge goal to win the game. And Isagi was on the ground bawling his eyes out as if Titans were about to spawn. Ren ain't waste no time. He pointed at Isagi, was like, get up. You're coming with us. And then low-key violated him too, saying, you will watch me become the greatest player in the world. Ain't no way I'm letting a person talk to me like that when I baked your punk ass on 475. You You got me fucked up. But to each his own. So now the new team of 5 has to go up against the World 5. And before I hop into this, you cannot tell me that this ain't the black ass version of Blanca from Street Fighters. I just can't unsee it. But anyways, the game starts and Bachira is already repoing ankles to follow up with a swift and nice pass to Ren for him to get the first goal of the game. Isagi's hype as shit, saying some, okay, y'all like that, huh? Well, I'm gonna score the next one. And yeah, things didn't go according to plan, at least in his favor. To start off, this nigga with this whack ass fade started washing everyone. Ren being almighty, saying that his routes are too obvious, ended up still getting cooked by this man and him dropping them off a point. Things just got so disrespectful this match. You had clown ass niggas out there looking like Madara. The truck getting trucked. Are you getting put on a poster? Y'all peep the dude with the dreads and black skin got the bounce, right? That boy Ren would just not give up. Just like Naruto wanting to bring Sasuke back to the leaf. So he's trying to lock down the Super Saiyan nigga. But bro powers up and starts getting sturdy with the ball and nutmegs Ren. Then he whispered in his ear saying, if you open up your legs that easily, people are going to think you're a loose guy. Hey fucking yo, what's up with Bull? Like, who is giving the green light for this to be said in this show? Anyways, he ends the game after saying that freak nasty shit to Ren. And the score wounded up being 5-1. I low-key feel bad because these niggas got put through turmoil. They fighting spirit is gone. But come to find out, that was like an evaluation match for them. And that concluded the second selection and pushes them to the third selection. That being them being the first team to get to the third selection. And with time just rolling by, the second team finally arrives, and it's Nagi and the gang. From the looks of it, they picked up Ida and the emo Nico. And after this, all the other teams started to flood in. A whole bunch of new faces, as well as some of the old faces. And then we have the final team. And within the shadows, it's fucking Connie. Why is the first words he say is amen? Bro came into the third selection finishing a scripture. I fuck with the vibe though. And at this point, Isagi and Kite are kind of nervous because they don't see they man's Ichiko. They end up showing Rayo who made it. And in the cut, you see this offspring of Doflamingo. Isagi was like, nah, f that. Where's my man's at? Oh, you're talking about that hoe ass orange hair nigga? I gave him first class tickets back to the Soul Society. Don't get me wrong. He was all right, but he wasn't fucking with a badass motherfucker like me. And to be real, fuck you and your mans, respectfully. And Isagi, rightfully so, told him, shut your mouth, nigga. You don't know anything. And dog, this dude Shido really tried to kick a goal with Asagi's head with cleats on. Good thing Kite was there to save him. But Bachira? That boy was on go. He was like, what's up with it? Come run that stupid shit by me so I can knock your nut ass the fuck out. Ego interrupts the foolishness that's going on to let everyone know that 11 out of 35 of y'all will be going up against the U20 Japan team. And if we win, we are the new U20 team. And if we lose, we all gonna be jobless. That's including me too. Not to mention, they just picked up Ren's brother. So they gonna be on their game. And on that note, tighten up, niggas.